Look at that. Frank M. Zuccarelli supervisor. Happy holidays, it said. Interesting. Tiffany, I think they were just messing with you. Girl, I believe you were telling the truth all along. If only you weren't such a jerk, maybe people would have cared more. Hey y'all, it's your boy Celeb News Eve. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the video, and hit the comments. Let me know what you think. Okay, so I think I finally figured out how Tiffany ended up as Thornton Township supervisor. I kept asking, why did Chris Gonzalez call out her name? Why was her name even part of the bidding? Why did she suddenly get mentioned that day? Was it random or was someone behind it? Now I believe I've got it. I think it was all calculated on Tiffany's part. She did something just before that moment. And I think that's what set things in motion. What we're about to watch happened on December 22nd, 2021. Fast forward to March, just 3 months later, and Tiffany, who had only been the mayor, is suddenly the supervisor of Thornton Township. That's a huge leap in such a short time. I kept pointing to that moment in March, but now I realize the December footage might explain it. There's something she did, some move she made, that likely triggered the shift in her political standing. So, we're going to watch this clip together, and I'll explain how I came to my conclusion. I've been finding so many clues, and it's all starting to make sense. Let's jump into it.
Everybody that knows me know that I care about community. I am a public service before anything. If you need something, I'm always willing to help anybody in need.
Okay, as you can see, this is in the Cocoa Times. Why she got this mask on that says what? What is that? Mayor? Oh.
If you're watching this live right now and you need food, pull up. I'm not going to turn you off, man. I always advertise Dalton first because Dalton is first to me. Then after Dalton, then I help anyone else, especially if I got the resources and I got the supplies here. So come on by. Again, we at Melanie Fitness. We're here until 2 p.m. today, passing out food, passing out hams. I don't have turkeys today. I have chicken, and then I also have food boxes. So come on by.
Look at this. I have the footage. At this point, she's still just a mayor of Dalton. She's not the Thornton Township supervisor yet. This is before all that happened. And here she is saying things like, I'm out here passing out boxes. I'm giving away food, as if it's all coming from her personally. But if you know what Thornton Township actually is, then you know it's about services. Things funded by taxpayers. This is where that money goes. These aren't handouts from Tiffany herself. These are township resources. And yet, she's presenting it like she's the one doing all of it out of her own pocket. That's what's wild. This was before she even became the township supervisor.
Get your eat on, and make sure you got this wonderful meal for your family for Christmas before you go to the grocery store. So if you're in Food for Less line, put down that chicken noodle soup. Cause I got that in the box, girl. I got that mac and cheese in the box. So certain things you don't have to spend your money on because I'm giving it to you today. Again, this is Mayor Tiffany Henyard from the village of Dalton. I want to thank everybody for their support as it relates to me giving initiatives here in the village and also moving the village forward. So thank you again. Come on out. Again, we at Melanie Fitness. In the background.
Yeah, this was back when the building was still Melanie Fitness, the same one she later turned into that police station setup. I get how things started to turn weird in there. Melanie Fitness used to have a huge indoor swimming pool. And when you've got a building with a pool inside, you really have to be careful. Think about it. A floor filled with water means constant moisture. Water evaporates and rises. But in a building like that, it doesn't have anywhere to go. It gets trapped in the ceiling and the walls. And that's a perfect recipe for mold. No matter how well you maintain it over time, that moisture builds up and creates serious issues. So it makes total sense why the building ended up condemned. That kind of damage adds up, but back then it was known as Melanie Fitness. It even had the original sign on it, clear as day.
Yeah, Melanie Fitness in Dalton off of Greenwood, 14900.
Look at this. Look at all the people. Now remember, this was before Tiffany became the Thornton Township supervisor. And yet, here she is, already at the township, setting things up, organizing events, and making herself visible. It really makes you wonder, why was she so involved in township affairs 3 months before officially taking a role? What was that all about? What was she doing there, moving like she already had authority? Something was definitely in motion before her appointment became official.
Greenwood in Dalton, Illinois. Come by, get your food. Hey, Mary, I love you too, girl. All right, one love. And remember, help people. If you in line and you in that 10 items or less line, hey, reach back and buy somebody groceries today. All right, tell them Mayor Henyard sent you. One love.
Thank you, Mayor Henyard, they said, And there she was, walking right up to your car window like, asterisk, I'm the one who did this for you. Got anything you want to say to me? Asterisk Tiffany was in full-on campaign mode, deep in Kissaville, passing out Thornton Township boxes like she personally bought the contents herself. The boxes clearly said Thornton Township. But let's be clear, there was no mention of Tiffany Henyard on them. Of course not, because at the time, she wasn't a township supervisor. She was still just the mayor of Dalton. Thank God someone had the sense not to put her name on those boxes, because the truth was right there in print. Asterisk Frank M. Zuccarelli, supervisor. Asterisk, but here's the thing I need y'all to remember. I've seen videos of the previous mayor and the former supervisor, too. They used to hold these types of giveaways. They'd pack up boxes and get them directly to the people who really needed them, like seniors in nursing homes. They weren't chasing photo ops. They weren't leaning into people's car windows, looking for a thank you. They were serving the community with humility and care. Back then, if someone was 90 years old and couldn't drive, they didn't need to call a ride. The township brought the boxes to them. That's the kind of real service the old leadership provided. Quiet, consistent, effective. Now fast forward to what we're seeing on this lovely December 18th day. Tiffany is out here, front and center. There's a whole setup: food, clothing, camera crews, speeches. A township branded operation that she's treating like a personal charity mission. Even Chief McCain was out there talking about how proud he was to be part of this initiative with the mayor. He said, not only are we saving lives and property, but we're also giving during this time. I thank Mayor Henyard for allowing us to be part of this. It was a whole thing. The chief was thanking her and not the township, as if she personally organized, funded, and executed the entire effort. Meanwhile, that box, asterisk, asterisk, that one box, asterisk, asterisk, spoke louder than all the thank yous. It had Frank M. Zuccarelli's name printed right on it. Supervisor. Happy holidays. Not Tiffany's. Not yet. And that's the point. Tiffany, girl, they were messing with you. And honestly, I think you were telling the truth when you later said they wouldn't let you put your name on the boxes. But then again, look at this. Frank's name is right there in bold. So why was yours such a problem? Why were you singled out? Maybe because of your attitude. If you weren't always out here acting like the job was a favor to us, if you weren't leaning into car windows fishing for praise, maybe people would have backed you. Maybe they would have cared when you said you were being treated unfairly. But that's the thing, asterisk, asterisk, you make it so hard to root for you. And really, why is it your habit to always be in someone's car window? Like, sis, I didn't drive here for a personal audience. You told me to come get this food. I just want the food that my tax dollars paid for. I didn't come to be guilt-tripped into saying thank you for something that should have been happening regardless. Stop acting like you're doing the community a favor by doing the bare minimum of your job. And this is the kind of performative, self-promotional energy Tiffany was putting out 3 months before she got named as Township Supervisor. This was December 22nd, 2021. And by March 2022, like magic, her name gets called, and she becomes a new supervisor. No campaign, no warning. It shocked a lot of people. But now we know better. This wasn't random. Tiffany was already working her way into the mix. She was out there at every township event, already behaving like she was in charge, already presenting herself as a face of their services. She was setting the stage, because Tiffany knew she knew how much money was tied to that position. She knew the power that came with the township. And let's be honest, mayor sounds good, but maybe that Dalton paycheck wasn't stretching like she thought it would. She wanted more. So she asked herself, how can I get that job? And she did what she had to do to make it happen. Now, did it matter in the end? No, because she blew the bag, just like a Tiffany would. And let me tell you, it was a big bag, a huge one, and now it's gone. Just blew away like dust in the wind. Tiffany's probably sitting somewhere thinking back, wondering where she went wrong. Was it really that important to always be right? Could she have just played it cool, given a little humility? She was already the mayor. She already had the title, the recognition, but she had something to prove, and that ego got the best of her. Now the bag is gone, and it's not coming back. It's out there with her Kamal, floating in the breeze. And yes, I'm going to bring him up, because that was a big piece of it. That whole mayor fantasy, the power, the optics, was about what it could represent to someone like him. She met that man for 5 minutes, and was already talking about how great he was with her daughter. Girl, no, keep your kids away from folks who abandon their own families. If a man doesn't love his own daughter, why would you want him around yours? If you don't like your own child, I really don't want to know what you think about mine. That's a huge red flag. No, thank you. Go sort yourself out before stepping into someone else's life. But back to Tiffany. Here's how I think it really went down. She tricked them. She sold them a dream. She positioned herself like she was going to bring all this mayoral strength and vision to the township. She made them believe she was a solution. And maybe they didn't know what really went down in Dalton. Maybe they didn't know how shaky her record was. Maybe they only saw what she presented to them, and that presentation was well orchestrated. So they handed her the role, and she fumbled it, lied to everybody, burned bridges, let the whole thing fall apart. That's how you get a big bag, and then lose it. Let Tiffany show you the blueprint. She's a walking example of how to win the title, get the check, and still lose the game. She could have had it all, but the ego, the performance, the inability to lead with humility, it cost her everything. So take notes, folks. Let Tiffany be the cautionary tale. Anyway, y'all behave, because I'm not going to do it. Absolutely not. But just know, Mama loves you. Yes, she do. Peace. Left, left, left.